Greg in New York, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. How are you today, my friend?
Good.
I got a quick question for you, sir. I know you don't watch a lot of TV, and either do I, because it's obviously propaganda, but my wife and I was watching Fox News late last night, and they were breaking in about the Obama's vacation in Hawaii. And, Alex, I swear that probably within that 3-minute little episode of Obama, they stated his birthplace in Hawaii probably 15 to 20 times, kept repeating it over and over and over in his date of birth.
Yeah, that's pure propaganda. I see that everywhere as well, because I watch boil-down clips on the web, and it was like his whole trip to Hawaii, before he went, during it, now coming back, was about at his birthplace, at his birthplace, at his birthplace. That was definitely a talking point.
Unbelievable, and people, I can't believe that they literally eat that stuff up with a spoon. Alex is kind of sickening. Up here in upstate New York, it's getting very, very repressive. Prices are going through the roof. Unemployment is just unbelievable.
Well, in Schenectady, they've announced they want, quote, martial law and U.S. Army on the streets, areas of Oklahoma, but mainly into Arkansas. They're talking about daytime curfews for adults. I mean, it's crazy.
I'm up by, unfortunately, Fort Drum, Syracuse area, Watertown, and I cannot tell you how many border patrols that we see going up and down the thruway. Military equipment. I myself was an ex-medic in the service, and some of this equipment I see going up and down the thruway is just mind-blowing. And when we tell people to get ready for martial law, Alex, we're not kidding. Get ready for martial law.
Excuse me, what was said? Hold on. Where was this said?
This was up and down the thruway, going up towards Fort Drum.
And you're saying those big flashing Homeland Security billboards they put in were saying this?
No. Just the equipment from the trucks from the military going up and down the thruway.
Okay, I misunderstood you. You're saying get ready for martial law. I am Alex Jones, your host. Coming up, children reaching age 3 without being able to say a word survey finds. We're getting into some financial news as well, and continue taking your phone calls. Also, I got a lot of emails last week and this weekend asking me if this story that was out was true that the UN is issuing their own gold currency. Paul Watson did some research at prisonplanet.com and found that it's a hoax. UN gold hoax muddies the waters of real move towards global currency. That is coming up first after the break. Right now, Diane in Michigan, you're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Yes. Hello, Alex. Alex, I am a person who is more knowledgeable than average people. Not only the American Free Press I subscribe to, but the Contact paper out of Las Vegas. I want to tell you on page 8 of the last Contact, which was December 2nd, 2009, the Knights Carbonic article by George Monbiot, B-I-O-T.
Monbiot, yeah, he's a socialist London Guardian writer.
Okay, well, he said, in this it says, published in The Guardian, 23rd November 2009, a conspiracy which proves that man-made global warming is a scam. It's no use pretending that this isn't a major blow. The emails extracted by a hacker from the Climatic Research Unit at the University of East Anglia could scarcely be more damaging. I am now convinced that they are genuine, and I'm dismayed and deeply shaken by them. But
hold on, ma'am. We covered that at the time. He admitted, and they now admit those emails are real, but he still says global warming's man-made, just that this fraud really hurts them. So what's your point about Monbiot?
This here goes into an email sent, the Knights Carbonic, on October 29th, 2009, through the Professor Ernst Wiesel, University of Redcar, 21st Grand Warden of the Temple of Knights Carbonic. In the bottom of the article, after he talks about the 3 ways that they have master planned this in the very beginning for the cap and trade to happen and the one world government to happen.
Yes, they've announced that.
It says here, I'm going to read to you, our co-option of the physical world has been just as successful. The thinning of the Arctic ice cap was a master stroke. The ring of secret nuclear power stations around the Arctic circles, attached to giant immersion heaters, remains undetected by humanity. As do the
ma'am, I appreciate your call, but that again, I've seen nothing like that. and mixing in Monbiot in The Guardian talking about something, and with that, send me some information, okay? Show tips at Infowars.com. I appreciate your call. Let's go ahead and take another call here. Let's go ahead and talk to George in Texas. George, you're on the air.
Hello. Is this Alex?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, Alex. I just wanted to get your comment. I got some information on where I live, and it's regarding our Second Amendment, and I wanted to ask you if, as far as what you know of the law, does not state law overrule district law?
Yes, but a lot of county, if you mean that by district, and city laws against the Second Amendment in different states, particularly Texas and a few others, do get overturned, but a lot of them don't get challenged. And so there are a lot of cities and counties that have set up anti-Second Amendment laws against gun shows or gun shops or other things that are a violation of state law because the state hasn't said they could do that. The people's representatives, the legislature, haven't authorized it. But just because something's unconstitutional doesn't mean they won't throw you in prison for it. Why? What's going on?
Yes, Alex. I live on a subdivision with, I guess about, I want to say, sir, about 37 miles from the closest town. I'm back in the hill country, and there was a problem we had with poaching out here, and there's houses.
Stay there. I want to hear about it. Do you have that MJTF Group 13? They're really bad. George, slowly. You're saying you live in a rural subdivision, the Texas Hill Country. I would guess that means Central Texas. There's only one hill country here. That's where I live, here in Central Texas. And you said that there was a problem with poaching. There's always a problem while they've got to take your rights away. What are they doing to your Second Amendment?
Well, what it is, Alex, it's one family, and I have no problem that people are hungry. But went to this subdivision committee, went to the county courthouse, took the person to court, and they they put a lawsuit on him, and what the district judge said, it's in Real County in Texas. The district judge said, I'm going to make it global, no discharging of firearms. And the game warden was present in the courtroom, and he said, I asked him, I said, well, what do I do if there's a rattlesnake outside or a rabbit
Well, let me stop you. We've got lots of judges. There was one a couple years ago in Tennessee. Somebody outside, it was a city judge, outside of his jurisdiction, put up a sign saying our courts are a joke because of a divorce proceeding he'd had. Didn't even say the judge's name, but if he would have, it would have been okay. They had him arrested. Now, the judge got in trouble later, but it shows they're delusional. You're telling me because a family was reportedly poaching that the judge said in the neighborhood, in the town, in the county, where he said a global. When they say global, that means everywhere in his jurisdiction. When a judge says global, that means their jurisdiction. You're telling me that he said no firearms discharged where?
Within this subdivision that I live at, and it was a female judge. And,
but hold on, but hold on. Is there a county law? Are you in the county? And is there a county law against discharging firearms?
No, sir.
Well, that's,
no,
sir, you should contact the newspapers. That is, so let me get this straight. Somebody said a family was hunting deer for food, or, I mean, tell me the whole story.
Yes, sir. What they did, they found some deer. They had found one deer, an axis deer, and a white-tailed deer. And what the white-tailed deer was close to our property. There's like 50-foot leeway, and it had an arrow in it. And
so because somebody is shooting a foreign exotic deer, which the game wardens have no jurisdiction over, and because a whitetail was shot, what does that have to do with any of you? I mean, again, that's what they do now. Oh, a guy tried to blow up a plane with underwear. We're going to record all your naked bodies with body scanners now. Oh, yeah, I mean, so some deer got...
I just, Alex, I told the members on this board where I live, I said, well, doesn't state law, castle law, overrule district law as far as discharging a firearm? if there's a rabid animal or a snake, I have a right to shoot it if my wife is going out to hang clothes. And they said, well, yeah, that's true, but, you know, and I said, but no, that's state law. Castle law says I have a right to protect my property and or my person. And then they wanted to argue it, but the judge in the county said that it was global, that no discharging of firearms is now implemented by the board out here and by the district judge. And the game warden said, I said, well, what am I supposed to do? And he goes, well, the game warden answered and replied, well, you're in a catch-22. So I got to call a game warden that covers 2 counties here in Texas to come kill a rattlesnake.
No, let me stop you, and I appreciate your call. You've got a big problem, and you should write it up, post it on the web somewhere. Look, take Freestone County, where my dad's got some family property going back to Mexican land grants.